Okay, so I'm now joined by Ricky Marheineke following the 1-1 draw between St Ives Town and Bishop Stortford. Ricky, a long afternoon, obviously due to the injury, and our thoughts are with the injured player, obviously. But on the game front, let's go right back to the very beginning. Hit the post early on Bishop Stortford. Took us a while to get back into it. Obviously, we conceded. Disappointed of how we conceded?
Yeah, of course, always. There's been very few goals this year that we've conceded where you can congratulate the opposition, and I think today is another one of them which we could have done better. But yeah, the first 10 minutes of the game was a real struggle. I thought they started the game really well, stuck it on us, landed on second balls, played in our third. Probably should have gone ahead. We escaped that. But then I thought the next half an hour we were excellent. I thought we were really good. We created probably 5 or 6 really good opportunities that we didn't do well enough with. Just individually, they were spread around. George, Josh, Will. We have to be a bit more clinical in those moments and put one in the back of the net. And then the goal was just lack of concentration. It was a double run. He made the first run from deep and he was tracked. And then the second phase of that, he does the same run and doesn't get tracked. And it's a good pass, to be fair, but we've got to be a bit more disciplined with our defending in that moment. So yeah, that was disappointing. But we'll move on, don't we?
I mean, obviously the game kind of changes a little bit, swings in our favour once the sending off happens and so forth. And no problem with sending off, obviously, because Josh looked like he was going through to score, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't here for the Howes Owen game, but I think speaking to the staff, sometimes we were so on top that we were confident if we scored the next goal that we would go on and win the game anyway. If you was given the option of it going to 1-1 and them keeping 11 men on the pitch, I would have taken that. But obviously you got sent off. We made a mess of the free kick, and then we were just playing for time, weren't we, and trying to get that goal. And it looked like it was never going to come. It looked like
do you think it's ever going to happen?
Their goal lived a charmed life. I mean, I think one of them's definitely gone over the line. The one that was cleared off the line. The people behind the goal and the people down the side said it was over the line, which wasn't given. And we should have. The disappointing thing is we could have scored 5 or 6 today, and we didn't. And the goal that we scored was a brilliant move, and then we just ran out of time, didn't we? Yeah.
I was going to say, what did you say to the players in this sort of the interim period when the player was being injured? Did you
Well, listen, I felt really bad. Yeah. And, the player's safety is of absolute paramount, and the referee offered both myself and Steve the opportunity to call the game off and call it a draw. Steve obviously said yes. I with 5 minutes left, I said no. I just felt that today the 3 point, risking a point to get 3 was far more important for us than taking a point. We wanted to win, and we obviously had the extra man, and there was still 5 minutes left, and I was still keen to play. And I feel really bad for that. It sounds bad saying it, but I've got to look after us and look after our situation, and it was too important for me to turn down. But listen, the game should have been dead and buried. It was so one-sided. I don't think Dan Wilkes has had to make a save in the whole game. And like I said, apart from the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe, and the lack of concentration for their goal, it was just one-way traffic. And I thought we were really good. We just unfortunately couldn't put the ball in the net, which is the reason that we had to take a point and not 3.
I mean, looking forward to Royston now. You see that as a must-win now?
I don't see it. I don't. Listen, who knows? I thought 47 points would keep you up. So what do I know? It's mental to have 48 points with 2 games to go and still be in a relegation fight. It's crazy. I think the highest points total from what I can remember in 8 games, if you get a point a game, that keeps you up. I don't think a team's ever gone down with a point a game. So 42, and now there's teams on 49, 50 that are still not safe with 2 games to go. It's crazy. So it's not a must-win game. It's a must-not. If we can take a point from Royston, then it's a really good point, because they are a proper good side. And Waters has done an unbelievable job rebuilding that squad with a limited budget. He's arguably what he's done this season. He's got to be up there with the best managers in the league, what he's done with his budget. So it's going to be a very tough game. It's a very tough place to go. They've got a great manager, a good group of players. If we can get to 49 and results go for us, if Barwell don't go to Harbour on Monday and lose the game, and we can pick up a point against Royston, then they've got to beat Spalding last game of the season by 10 to catch us. So a point it's not a must-win game. A point could be enough, but we just got to recover now and go there and prepare for a real tough game, but enjoy the challenge.
It's a crazy end to the season, isn't it? Have you ever known anything like it? It's like 4 or 5 teams in the relegation battle.
Never. I've been in situations before where where there's maybe like 1 or 2 teams that are challenging, but I think there's like, I know that Alvechurch won and Bromsgrove won, so they're probably out of it, but there's still probably 4 teams that are going, 4 or 5 that are going for that can still go down. So it's not so much how many teams are competing for the last relegation place, it's how many points those teams have got that's really surprised me. We've had, our best ever season was last year, and I think we finished on 58 points, and that was like, what did we finish, 8th, 9th, something like that. And besides that, 53 was our next best points total, which finished us 12 in a league of 2022. So, we can still finish on like our second best ever finish in the league, but you're still fighting relegation. It's just been a mental league. But who wants to be safe in mid-table with 2 games to go? It's if you're not competing to get promoted, then let's be in a relegation battle and something to play for, and make it exciting, and give that boys that togetherness and desire and having that feeling of succeeding come the end of the season. Because if we stay up this year with a points total, that's one hell of an achievement, and that should be celebrated by the players, and hopefully we can do that by taking care of our own business and going to Royston on Monday and winning the game.
And positive vibes in the camp with 2 to go.
I think, listen, always they're disappointed when you don't win, and I think that they are disappointed because they feel they should have won the game today. And but the performance was good. And I always say, if you're going to win, you've got to play well. And what's that? 3 unbeaten now. You spoke about momentum, and Sudbury having momentum when they come here and beat us, and we didn't have the momentum because we were on the back of 3 losses. Now we're 3 unbeaten, so we've got a bit of momentum, and you create that yourself. And if we can finish the season unbeaten, I think that will hopefully be enough to keep us up.
And just finally, full complement injury-wise for Monday?
Yeah, Alex Collard played through the game again. He's got a dead leg. He really was struggling last week against Harbour. Probably shouldn't have played, but
he got against Southend, was it? He's injured,
listen, he's a warrior, isn't he? He's the captain, he's the leader. He wants to lead by example. He played with 1 leg probably. So, he's got a little bit of a knock, but everybody else is all right. And listen, we didn't use 3 of the subs, and John only come on for 5 minutes, so we've got some fresh legs in the camp if we need to make some changes for Monday.
Okay, well, good luck for Monday, Ricky.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.